From the Fantasy Armchair, it is the Fantasy TyRant. Hey there, fellow fantasy football freaks. Welcome back to the Fantasy Armchair. As you can see, the set's still under construction, but I don't want to waste too much of your time. Welcome to Draft Week. From now to next weekend is a time in which most fantasy drafts are going on. I've already covered my top 200 overall for you, my top 50 running backs, and my top 70 wide receivers. If you haven't seen those videos, check them out. Today I'm going over the QBs, the top 30 QBs, plus your sleepers, deep dives, steals, that kind of thing. And then in another video coming out very soon, I'll be going over the tight ends, defenses, and kickers as well. Please like this video, share, subscribe, hit that bell. All of that will help me so I can continue to help you. So let's cut the crap. Here we go. There's 3 undervalued quarterbacks that you can wait for to get on your fantasy team. First off, Kirk Cousins. He was QB 11 last year, and with one more year in this offense, with all the great weapons like Justin Jefferson, who's a stud, can't sleep on Thielen, and Irv Smith could be breaking out as a tight end. Plus, Dalvin Cook runs so well that he takes attention away from Kirk Cousins. There's no excuse for Kirk Cousins not to move up one spot this year, and I think he does just that. He breaks into the top 10 QBs this year, mark my words. Even if you don't believe that, how come he's all the way down to like the 17th or 18th guy off the board at QB? Captain Kirk is a commodity, and he's going to prove that this year. Not just in 2 QB or Superflex leagues, I think he breaks to the top 10 this season and becomes a star in 1 quarterback leagues as well. I won't get into the controversial off the field stuff because I don't think that's going to factor in, but his on the field work could catapult him into QB1 status. Next up, Jalen Hurts. We are now in the era of the hybrid QB. And while Hurts is maybe a lesser talented version of the hybrid QB, this dude does put up mid-level RB numbers and mid-level QB numbers combined. In only 3.5 games, he put up over 1,000 yards passing, 301 yards rushing, and 9 combined touchdowns. Stretch that into 17 games, and that's 4,820 passing yards, over 1,400 rushing yards, and over 42 combined touchdowns. Jesus, jumped up Christ! I mean, I'm sure that's not what his 2021 season's gonna look like, but the fact that that's even mathematically possible makes him a steal at the 12th or 13th QB taken. This is now his offense. He's got better, healthier weapons. He's got more time in this offense. And touting the stats of 2 players, well, that's going to move him into the top 10 QBs, no doubt. You might want to get yourself a backup QB because mobile QBs tend to be injury prone. But while they're healthy and producing, it makes the trouble worth it. And my third undervalued quarterback in the draft, Tua Tagovailoa, Miami Dolphins. Okay, so his rookie season wasn't so great, and I too was ready to write him off. But apparently he's transformed himself in the offseason. He hired a personal chef to keep him eating healthy, he started taking supplements, and busted his ass through a 15-week workout program with high-profile personal trainer Nick Hips. He's been putting in tons of reps and received praise from Coach Flores for his efforts to improve in the offseason. And his teammates have noticed the changes and how it backs up his tremendous leadership skills. Oh yeah, and the addition of downfield threat Will Fuller and rookie sensation Jalen Waddle to the mix, and with Parker and Gesicki still there, Tua now has all the weapons he needs to really make that hard work pay off. He has no excuses this season, and I don't think he'll need them. He had a rough game against the Bears in preseason, but didn't play that much in that game. When he did get a full 20-plus attempts as he did against the Falcons, he did quite well, going 16 for 23 for 183 yards and a touchdown. No picks in that game. And that was only playing in like 2/3 of the game. He has every opportunity to improve and is apparently taking advantage of those opportunities. Look for Tua tags to take a leap into QB1 consideration this season. So that's it for the steals, but let's take a look at some sleepers and deep dives. Want some QB sleepers? How about Matthew Stafford? Switching teams may have been just what the doctor ordered for this talented gunslinger. Stafford's production has only been hindered by a lack of weapons, a lack of protection, the occasional injury, and the fact that the Lions suck ass. He's got plenty of weapons now in the Rams offense, and Coach Sean McVay has developed a game plan more fitting for his style of play. Woods and Kupp will help Stafford put up big numbers. Djax and Van Jefferson bolster that wide receiver core, and Stafford might actually make Tyler Higbee a fantasy-relevant tight end for once. Stafford being in LA boosts the Rams' pass catches and helps himself as well, and he should boost himself into the QB1 conversation at some point this season. If you're waiting until the last possible second to get a QB, once you've loaded up elsewhere, you could do worse than to pick up Matt Stafford this season. Before the NFL draft this year, I thought Justin Fields was the best QB of the rookie bunch. I was hoping the Niners would pick him up, but I am happy with Trey Lance. However, Bears fans are thrilled with Justin Fields so far. The idea of Andy Dalton lasting more than a week or two as a starter is laughable. In the offseason and preseason, Fields has shown that he's NFL ready and can put up impressive numbers when at the helm. The sooner the Bears turn to him, the sooner they'll have a stud on their hands. This is a case where you might take Fields as a second QB, even in 1 QB leagues, because he could develop into a league winner if you give him some time to find his pro form, if he hasn't found it already. So you might get someone who will play better in the first half of the season than they will in the second. Like if you take Jalen Hurts earlier, you might take Justin Fields to complete your season. Good to have 2 mobile QBs rather than 1. It's worth taking up a roster spot because with their high level of fantasy scoring comes high risk of injury. That's not a bad plan, actually. And as for my double deep danger dive, I like Mac Jones. Yeah, you'll have to be a second QB on your squad because Cam Newton is starting at first. But Mac Jones fits more what Bill Belichick and the Patriots are looking for in a QB. He's white, so he'll likely get the job eventually. You see, Robert Kraft and the Patriots staff just really like that traditional white QB. In fact, they tend to favor more traditional white players at practically every position, as their history has shown us. Mac Jones fits this traditional white quarterback role better than Cam Newton, and he thrives in this traditional white system better. Hey now, I'm not saying the Patriots are racist, they just like the clean-cut traditional white look and gameplay of Mac Jones. And I think Mac Jones will flourish in Belichick's traditional white offense, because Belichick is the kind of coach that really finds traditional white players superior to all others. Again, not saying the Patriots are racist, they just like that old school, whites only kind of gameplay. They're already comparing this kid to Tom Brady, so look for Mac Jones to take over soon and put up some impressive numbers as preseason would indicate. If my show still exists tomorrow, I'll be as shocked as you. Let's move on to my top 30 QBs to draft this year. Like I said in the last 2 videos, I've already gone over a bunch of these guys, but I'm just going to talk about a few tidbits on some of the guys here and there. Dak's lingering injury issues bug me, but apparently he's okay. Still, I want to be cautious, so I've got him down a couple spots. Other than that, not much has moved here. Baker Mayfield is either going to be a stud or put up a dud this season. If he's available and you have room for him on your bench, take him as your second QB and hope for the former. I actually think Sam Darnold's going to thrive in Carolina. Just might take a year of getting used to the offense. But if it only takes him half a year to get used to the offense, that second half of the year could be dynamite. Matt Ryan may be much better than his rank suggests, but he could also be much worse. If he builds a rapport early with rookie tight end Kyle Pitts, he could be knocking on the QB1 door. I don't even really know why Carr is here. He's still on my shit list as far as I know. How the fuck did he get on this list? Oh well, in a 2 QB league, he might actually be worth something this season. So there you go, freaks. Another show in the bag. I hope that helps. Good luck to you all in the draft this weekend through next weekend, whenever it be, alright? Look out for the tight end, kicker, and defense show coming out really soon. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell, and share with everyone you know. Even people you don't know. Do it at a safe distance though, right? That last episode of my draft kit series is coming out soon, alright? If you haven't seen them all, catch up. Otherwise, again, good luck on your drafts. Look for that last video. Until then, I'm out. Peace.